This is the Jason Walker Show. Two-time National Sports Media Association Montana Sportscaster of the Year and three-time loser, the Jason Walker Show. The best local and statewide sports coverage, featuring the biggest guests from Montana.
Flint Rasmussen joining us here on the Jason Walker Show.
He's freaking exhausting, too. You used to dance a lot more. Yeah, I know, lady. I'm 51 years old now.
The NAI Hall of Famer Mike Van Diest joining us here, Jason Walker Show. And is it just a deal where quarterbacks have to be good golfers?
Well, that's all they have time for. They don't work out. They don't lift weight. They don't do anything else. They might as well go get on the golf course and at least have some fun.
And from across the country,
Doug Gottlieb, our guest here on the Jason Walker Show.
End of the day, remember, it's your show. It's got your name on it.
Howie Mandel, our guest here.
Jason Walker, deal or no deal?
the Jason Walker Show, broadcasting from the Major Mortgage Man Cave. Here's Jason Walker.
Hey, what up? Happy Thursday. Jason Walker Show. We are presented by Capital Collision Center. Getting started a little bit late today. Little computer issues, but we are on. And holy cow. You can watch us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. You can listen on Podbean, Network One Sports, TreasureStateRadio.com, and much more. Our Twitter address, @JWalkerSports. And if you want to tweet today, you probably should. And our phone number is 406-209-1267 if you want to weigh in on the news here in the Major Mortgage Man Cave, which is what the hell is going on in Bozeman? 2 hours before the biggest game of the season, starting quarterback Matthew McKay decides, you know what? You've replaced me in a few games with Tommy Mellott. You've basically, he was benched. So he enters the transfer portal less than 48 hours before the playoff game. At Pigskin Matt, the Twitter, MSU has confirmed it to multiple media sources. And McKay says, peace out, Bozeman. Okay, so let's dissect this. Let's slow back down. Welcome to the show. But Matthew McKay, who was the starting quarterback for all regular season games and was replaced by freshman Tommy Mellott a couple of times, has entered the transfer portal in the NCAA transfer portal, saying, basically, quote, I'm thankful for the opportunity Montana State provided me to play this game I love. For that, I want to thank Coach Vegan and his staff. I'm thankful for the connections I made with coaches, teammates, and the community of Bozeman. With that being said, I've decided to enter my name in the transfer portal. I'm looking forward to wherever God leads me, and I'm excited for the opportunities that await me, end quote. Okay, fine. You're entering the transfer portal. You're not going to be the starting quarterback this week in the playoff game. And I've known that since, well, for a while. Basically since the Grizz game. That Tommy Mellott was going to be starting. But 48 hours before a playoff game, you bail on your teammates? You bail on what you just said, the teammates that and the connections you've made? What are you doing, McKay? And I know it's been in the plan. And like I said, I've known about this, that Tommy Mellott was going to start over McKay. But that doesn't mean McKay wasn't going to play. But he is now not going to because of NCAA transfer rules. And if I'm the Cats, see ya. If I'm the coaching staff, if I'm his teammates, we don't want you around. And now you've got media people freaking out. One that on the Twitter basically said the Cats have been faltering in the last month. And the guy just said, how's losing one game and being 9-2 in the last month faltering? A disgruntled quarterback And I got a private tweet DM that said there's always two sides to every story. Offensive coordinator Taylor Housewright basically mentally beat McKay into the ground after the Eastern Washington game. The hatred went both ways. Okay. Dude, it's college freaking football, right? It's college football. If you can't handle hard coaching and old school coaching, what are you doing playing? This is selfish, childish, and it's bull that you bail on your team 48 hours before a playoff game. Look, I was part of the camp that was a huge McKay fan 2 years ago when he came on, transferred out of NC State. But you can't do this to your teammates, the ones you said you made great relationships with, 48 hours. Texts are blowing up. We were supposed to have Eastern Washington radio guy Larry Weir on. Not going to happen. Riley Bergeson from West, we're going to move to next week as well because of the computer issues we were having. But I'm told, okay, so there's a difference between hard coaching and being an ass and crushing a kid's confidence. Play better. Okay? Everybody, we talk about this all the time. Everybody wants to get down on a coaching staff when the team sucks. Well, how about the team itself? And the Cats don't suck. But if your quarterback is struggling and has been replaced in multiple games, the Bobcats are 8-3 and would have played last week if it wasn't for Tommy Mellott saving their butts against Idaho because McKay couldn't play against a good defense. And that's where, and I'm told a lot of, from a great source down in Bozeman, that was part of the deal, was McKay struggled against good defenses. The word that was used was soft. Another person who follows the Cats and knows the game of football tremendously well, another source said, can't play in the cold or in big games. Well, there you go. Think back to the big games. Think back to good defenses. McKay rather, struggled. He struggled against Weber. He struggled against Eastern. Yeah, I know the Cats won both those games. But the Cats are 8-3 and would have played last week in the playoffs if not for Tommy Mellott, because he had those 3 touchdowns against Idaho. And what did McKay do against the Grizz? Absolutely nothing. Oh, I'm sorry. A garbage touchdown late in the game when it mattered nothing. And I don't want to rip on a kid, but don't let the door hit you on the ass on the way out. If this is the way you're going to treat the coaching staff, the community, and the teammates, especially the teammates that welcomed you into the Bozeman community. McKay's a heck of an athlete. Great athlete. Super talented. But, dude, I mean, he only had 3 interceptions, threw for over 100 yards. He's a good quarterback. He's a great athlete. But what? 48 hours? Do you think the Cats needed this? And maybe this is a wake-up call. Maybe this is a great one. Maybe this is what the Cats needed, is to get rid of the baggage, and now you move forward. Now you know who your quarterback's going to be for the last couple of weeks. Mallott's been taking the number 1 reps since 48 hours after the Grizz loss. Okay? So the fact that McKay was going to leave is no surprise now. But you can't bail on your team like this. Sean Rainey of Missoula actually wondered of ABC Fox and SWX, would Tucker Rovig play? And I brought this up with Alex Eshelman yesterday. And would Tucker play? Maybe. Is he the 2 now? Yesterday, the Cats released their depth chart, and McKay was the number 1 quarterback. And Rovig was number 2. Well, now Malott is the starter. I like Rovig. He's gotten it done. He's won playoff games. Casey Bauman's down there. He's a good quarterback. And Tommy Malott now is going to be the guy this playoff run, it appears, for Montana State starting Saturday at Bobcat Stadium against Middle Tennessee State. The Skyhawks. You can weigh in at Jaywalker Sports on the Twitter. You can Facebook us. You can email as well. Jason at jasonwalkershow.com. What is this? Hold on, we want to get rid of that. There we go. You can also call in 406-209-1267 and let us know your thoughts, if you so choose, on what's going on in Bozeman land. Is today December 2nd? I think it is. Show.com. What is this? Hold on, we want to get rid of that. There we go. I don't know what's going on. You can also call in 406-209-1267. Can we mute that? Yeah, let's mute that. And I don't know what that was. Little replay action? Cool. So anyway, man, lots of news today. None bigger than that, though. None bigger than that. Matthew McKay, no longer in both. And even if he wanted to stick around, he can't. NCAA transfer rules. So, Cats will be ready. I think so. I really do think so. I think they knew this for 2 weeks, that Malott was going to be the guy. I don't think they're going to let social media distract them. I think this is too good of a coaching staff. And the rest of the team, I mean, you've got some great leadership on that Bobcat roster. And, Isaiah Fonse had a week to get healthy, an extra week to get healthier. He'll be fine. He's a veteran. You've got some veteran. Hello, Troy Anderson. Along with that quarterbacking staff with Tucker Rovig there and Casey Bauman on the sideline. So they'll help Malott a lot. And Malott's going to help the Cats a lot. Man, I can't wait for him to... That's going to be, Malott, a lot. Look, we knew how good he was in Butte and in high school. So, like I said, this Bobcat defense, this coaching staff, the offense, everybody is going to be prepared. And yes, it is going to be Tommy Malott as the starter. He's been the number one guy for a couple of weeks. And if Rovig plays, I don't know. I'm guessing he's just the 2, and I think it's Tommy's show. I think Tommy Malott is going to be the man moving forward for Montana State. At least right now. So, there you go. All right, this opening segment brought to you by Montana Custom Log Homes. And, man, they need to be... if Montana Custom Log Homes can't get it done for you, then nobody can. Family-owned and operated, veteran-owned, women-owned, 3 divisions, milled, handcrafted, and timber frame. Project management services. You want your log home done right the right way the first time? Get a hold of Montana Custom Log Home. Visit them at yourcustomlog.com for more information. It's family-owned and family-run, and great people. All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back and we'll continue the conversation about Tommy Malott and Matthew McKay, Bobcats. We also have the Grizz game. Let's not forget that. We were going to talk to Larry Weir, the Eastern Washington radio guy, but with the technical issues we had to start, he's got a basketball game in Cheney tonight. Big Sky Conference opens up play, as well as the Frontier. But Larry's got basketball tonight, and then he's got to drive to Missoula tomorrow. We will be in Missoula tomorrow night for the Eastern Washington Grizzly game. That'll be fun. I've never been to Washington Grizzly Stadium. Inside. I've driven by a couple times. But I've never been inside the stadium. So that'll be a first. And I won't be cheering. How about that? I'll just be sitting, because you can't cheer on press row. But yeah, we'll have more on this Matthew McKay deal. If you, again, want to weigh in, you can on Facebook, Twitter, at @JWalkerSports. You can call in or text 406-209-1267. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come right back, and when we do, more. We'll talk to the Grizz, too, next. Jason Walker Show. We are presented by Capital Collision Center. Hang on.
New vehicles keep coming, and Capital Collision Center keeps earning certifications to repair them. They're Helena's newest GM-certified facility. No matter the make or year, they repair your car to manufacturer's standards and requirements, maintaining its safety and value. Montana state law says it's your vehicle, and it's your choice where you have it repaired. Choose Capital Collision Center, certified in GM, Subaru, and Nissan, and Helena's only shop certified in Honda, Acura, and Ford. When you value safety, go to Capital Collision Center on Euclid.
Have you thought about buying a home and just don't know where to begin? Well, when it comes to one of the most important purchases one can make, we understand it can be frustrating and confusing, but it doesn't have to be. Let the Major Mortgage team help you with all your mortgage needs. Major Mortgage means major service, and we would love the opportunity to help you today. Give J.R. McFadden, NMLS number 1246357, a call today at 406-465-1918, or you can visit him at 2001 11th Avenue, Building A, Suite 3 in Helena. Major Mortgage is a division of AMCAP Mortgage, NMLS number 129122, equal housing lender.
Strength, beauty, grit, superior craftsmanship. Our homes have it all. At Montana Custom Log Homes, if you can dream it, we can build it. With 3 divisions and over 50 years experience, we've got you covered. From a showcase home to a small cabin, we make your vision a reality. Because every cowboy wants a castle for his queen. Montana Custom Log Homes, crafting homes that last for generations.
Do you love to look at photos of Montana, from animals to landscapes and more? Are you looking for a place to get your senior pictures or family portraits done? Are you a business owner looking to upgrade the decor in your offices? Well, look no further than Mark LaRoe Photography. Mark has been shooting beautiful photos all across the Treasure State, from rodeos to portraits, and would love to work with you. Visit marklaroephotography.com to see many masterpieces of his work, then give him a call to schedule your own photo shoot. Or to purchase one of his fantastic pieces, stop by Spirit of the Big Sky Gallery on Custer in Helena. marklaroephotography.com.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $299. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Welcome back to the Jason Walker Show.
Welcome back, Jason Walker Show on a Thursday. A shortened edition, just based off of the fact we had some computer issues. And thankfully, we were able to get on today, at least to do a partial show. So we appreciate that. This segment brought to you by Rucker's Furniture. Make the quality choice for your home at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena. All right, so a lot going on. You've got playoff games this weekend in the FCS, NAI as well. NAI down to its semifinals. Is it Grandview and Morningside play, and then Lindsey Wilson and Lindsey Wilson. Who does Lindsey Wilson play? They're the defending champs. They play, I think they play Grandview, and then Morningside takes on Northwestern. I think that's how it is. There's 3 teams from Iowa left. Speaking of Iowa, Providence playing today in the final 8 of the NAI volleyball championships. So good luck to Arunas Duda and the Argos. Matthew McKay leaving Montana State and announcing it 48 hours before the playoff game. Let's see here. Okay, so I love Twitter sometimes. Anthony Knockreiner, who's been on the show before, down in Florida now, but him and a dude are having, So Anthony said basically the Cats have faltered down the stretch, replacing quarterback. They had a disgruntled quarterback, according to Jake on Twitter. It's been replaced. They can still make a run. Anthony says that offense never looked the same after the Eastern Washington game. Struggled against Idaho, outmatched against at least offensively. The D still legit. McKay started the whole year. Malot's a great talent. How good is Rovig? Rovig's won playoff games. Pretty sure he got him to the semifinals 2 years ago. And then Jake goes, I remember a guy named Lule as a freshman, taking over in 2002, worked out pretty good. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. All right, so the Cats, I think Saturday they can focus. I think maybe part of the offensive struggles, too, have been the quarterback controversy or the way that, the former quarterback, Matthew McKay, felt by, whatever, pushed by the coaching staff. But maybe this will be good for the Cats. They'll move on. They'll be fine. I think they win Saturday. All right, so there's your prediction for that. I think the Grizz win too. There's your prediction for that. I'll be there for both. So there you go. All right, we got other stuff going on besides Matthew McKay. Frontier Conference opens up conference play for the weekend tonight. Carroll's taking on Northern, Rocky and Providence are playing, I think, and then Tech and Western. Yeah. You have the Carroll men and women at home, both ranked in the top 5. The women are 5, the men are 4. MSU Northern women 3-4 on the year. They haven't played in a couple of weeks, and should be fun for fans because fans are allowed back in, right? Yeah. Let's see here. Big Sky opens up conference play tonight as well, and that should be a fun run for the weekend. You got the GNAC, I think, in conference play for the weekend. These conference games early in December suck. And then you play non-conference, and then you go back into playing conference for the rest of the year. It's just, I don't like it. But that's just my opinion. What do I know? I did see this, too. Speaking of basketball, first-year Huntley Project girls coach Mandy Morales will miss the first 4 games of the season after being suspended for what were deemed open gym violations from earlier this fall. 406mtsports.com with the story. Athletic director Tim Bastian also suspended for the first 4 games of the year because you can have open gyms in the summer, but you can't have coaching done. So a volunteer coach was found to be giving instructions and running drills during open gyms this summer. So Morales will miss the first 4 games. She was a star at Huntley for a year before moving to West, and then didn't she go to Arizona and then for a year, Arizona State, and then transfer to UM where she became a star? She's been a really, really good basketball coach. As an assistant and now a head coach at Huntley. So, good luck there. What else did we see? All-Class State Wrestling returning to the Metro, which is fantastic in February. Love that. And can't wait to get that back where it belongs. The girls' wrestling championships will all be in Billings as well. So good on Billings. That's a great environment for. I've heard. I've never been to the wrestling in Billings. The all-class. I was usually doing high school basketball games, so I couldn't. But looking forward to that. Hopefully we can get down there sometime. Just answering tweets of questions. So anyway, all right. What's your thoughts? You can tweet us at JWalker Sports if you want. You can get a hold of us, 406-209-1267. You've got high school games starting up this week too. Is that right? I know the AA starts next week. Huntley starts next week. LeBron James not in protocol anymore for apparently he tested negative twice. A false positive is now going to be the word or phrase. Let's see. Okay. Look, I think it's good for the Cats. Howard, someday I will get down to the wrestling, I promise. I promise. I know Carson's going to be down there, DeRozier, looking for a third championship in February. National champ now, too, by the way, which we talked about a few weeks ago. Oh, man. All right, should we do On This Day in History? It is brought to you by Mount Nutrition, 3222 Centennial Drive. 21 vitamins and minerals. I'm going to miss them Saturday when I head to Bozeman. They're open Monday through Friday, 7 to 2, but would love to get down, have a shake on my way down to Bozeman. But I'll have one before I head to Missoula tomorrow. I'll pick one up before Missoula for the football game at 7 o'clock, Washington Grizzly Stadium. Never been? Can't wait. I think I might hang out with Coach Scott Evans from Helena High, at least for a little bit. All right, today is December the 2nd. It is Special Education Day. It is National Mutt Day and National Fritters Day. 1887, the International Baseball League disbands. Teams in Syracuse, Toronto, Hamilton, Buffalo form the International Association. Those in Newark, Jersey City, Wilkes-Barre, and Scranton become the Central League. 1909, NHA, the National Hockey Association, is formed in Montreal. Original members include the Montreal Wanderers and Montreal Canadiens. Becomes the NHL after some NHA teams leave due to ownership disagreements and create their own league. Let's see. What else happened? There we go. 1948. One of the best seasons in baseball history. St. Louis Cardinals star Stan Musial is named the MVP. He led the National League in batting average, 365, runs scored, 135, RBI, 131, 230 hits, 46 doubles, 18 triples, and slugged 702. Oh, and by the way, had 39 home runs. That's impressive. Let's see here. The PCL, Pacific Coast League. Franchises were forced to relocate on this date in 1957. Dodgers Giants confirmed their move to California for the next year. Hollywood Stars moved from L.A. to Salt Lake City. The L.A. Angels moved to Spokane, and San Francisco Seals go to Phoenix. 1969, 2 years after doubling its size from 6 to 12, NHL announces 2 new teams, Buffalo Sabres, Vancouver Canucks. On this date in 1972, USC tailback Anthony Davis becomes the first to score 6 touchdowns against Notre Dame. Did it at the LA Coliseum. Scored on 4 rushes and 2 kick returns. 1974, MLB Rules Committee changes the longtime philosophy to permit the use of cowhide rather than just horsehide in the manufacture of baseball. See, so I don't know what everybody's freaking out this week. MLB's been using 2 balls all along. It wasn't just last season. 1995. So this is a big moment for the Colorado Avalanche fans. Montreal Canadiens coach Mario Tremblay would leave Patrick Waugh in goal a little bit too long, and now allowing an embarrassing 9 goals in a rout by the Detroit Red Wings. Waugh demands a trade, moves to the Colorado Avalanche, wins the Stanley Cup just a few months later. It is Aaron Rodgers' birthday today, 1983. Nelly Furtado, the singer, born on this date in 1978, and Britney Spears, born on this date in 1981. Some might say she was reborn a couple weeks ago with the conservatorship and all that gone. 1812 rather, James Madison reelected the president. 1840, William Henry Harrison elected the 9th president. 1901, King Gillette began selling safety razor blades. The first human birth televised to the public happened on this date, 1952, KOA Television in Denver. Charles Ringling, born on this date in 1863, of the Ringling Brothers Circus. This date in 1936, John Ringling would die. American circus owner, the brother. And this date in 2019, Steve Bullock announced he would drop out of the U.S. presidential race because he really thought he was going to be, he's such an arrogant guy, thought he was going to be president just to get Trump out of the office. Then he thought he was going to be a senator in the U.S. Senate for Montana. That didn't happen. Didn't have to abide by his own rules, wearing his, he had the face mask mandate, and then he didn't wear it on his own. What a joke. Okay, that is On This Day in History. It is brought to you by Mountain Nutrition. Check them out at 3222 Centennial Drive in Helena, between BMC and Auto Concepts. All right, we're not here tomorrow. That is because we will be heading over to Missoula to get ready for the playoff game, and my first ever game at Washington Grizzly Stadium. I know it's not a Cat game, and maybe that's a good thing, that it's not a Cat Grizz game for my first, right? Over there. And then Saturday I will be in Bozeman for that game too, for the Cats and Tommy Malott. If you're just joining us, the big news that came out just about an hour ago that Tommy Malott was entering the transfer portal 2 days before the playoff game for the Cats against UT Martin. Not Middle Tennessee, but UT Martin. And I'm taking the Cats, I'm taking the Grizz in my predictions this week. But there you go. If you missed the show, you can go to jasonwalkershow.com. We'll be back on Monday with your Auto Concepts Performance of the Week. We will talk more about both playoff games. We'll obviously talk about how Malott does in his first start. But yeah, Matthew McKay transferring out of MSU, announcing it childishly and selfishly 2 days before a playoff game, bailing on his teammates. 2,021 yards, 16 touchdowns, 3 interceptions this year. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground as well. But now it's in the hands of freshman Tommy Malott out of Butte. Good luck to the kid. He's been in big situations and has come through for his team before. So not just in high school, but also this year for the Cats. And looking forward to seeing him number 20 in your program. All right. Thanks for joining us. Oh, we should probably do this. Here we go.
We're almost at the end of the show. What did we learn? And what did he miss? Time for the walk-off.
All right. Appreciate you. Appreciate the week. We had a good week. Apologies to Larry Weir, Riley Bergerson for not being able to hop on today, but technical issues and breaking news. But good luck to the Cats, the Grizz this weekend in basketball. Good luck to high school's getting started too. So, and also Providence volleyball still in play out at they play tonight against Park. But we appreciate all of our guests this week. Andrew Rowland. Oh yeah, who's going to be the coach at Northern? We kind of forgot about that. It's kind of like when it's kind of like when a big story happens in anywhere that doesn't fit the narrative of mainstream media, so they bury it. But the Matthew McKay news today kind of takes precedence over Andrew Rowland. But we appreciate him joining us the other day after he announced his resignation at MSU Northern. He joined us on Tuesday. That was a lot of fun talking with him. He's going to be missed. Jake Rendina joined us earlier this week talking about his commitment to the U.S. Army and West Point. And also Chase Brooks talked NFR, Alex Eshelman as well. Well, speaking of the NFR, it starts tonight. Did you buy your package? Cowboy Channel Plus. If you don't have Cowboy Channel, you have to get Cowboy Channel Plus to be able to watch all 10 nights of the National Finals Rodeo. It's a year-long subscription, and yeah, you get to see all the rodeos this summer, though, so it's kind of worth it, right? Let's see, what else did we want to hit on? Oh, Katie Lynn Krause, Miss Rodeo Montana, took second in the scrapbooking competition. She wraps up Sunday, the 5th, the Miss Rodeo America pageant. Hopefully, well, she wins. We'll have her on Monday. How's that? Next week. Who knows what else is going to happen between now and then? Northern might have a coach, Mike Van Diest. But we'll know maybe tomorrow. Who knows? Who knows? But we'll see you. Either way. And we'll keep you updated. At Jay Walker Sports on the Twitter. You can follow us on the Facebook as well. And JasonWalkerShow.com. Thanks to all of our great guests. Thanks to our fantastic sponsors. We couldn't do this without you, and we really couldn't do it without you, the viewers and the listeners. So thank you. Thanks to Alex Cummings. Got my new helmet this week from Flathead High. If you want to get your team's helmet in here, get a hold of me, and we'll do it. All right, have a great weekend. Go Tommy. Touchdown Tommy taking over in Bozeman. We'll see you back here Monday at 4.
The Jason Walker Show is produced by the Jason Walker Media Company. Any reuse, rebroadcast, or retransmission without the express written consent of the Jason Walker Show is strictly prohibited. Just listen, watch, and enjoy.